All right, let's move to America's number one topic, Cam Newton, Colin Kaepernick. There was an interesting development over the internet, a picture of Cam and Colin crossing paths after the game. A picture says 1,000 words. That looked like these two guys don't like each other. And then we look deeper into Colin Kaepernick's Twitter feed.
Yeah.
And last year, he was retweeting a lot of people who were tweeting at him that, Colin, you started the dab, not Cam Newton. Your Kaepernick thing is the real dab. He's retweeting all of this. I think there's some hostility and friction between these two guys based on the picture, based off of what Kaepernick's Twitter feed. Do you see any of this?
There might be some truth to that because, he was, before Russell Wilson and Cam went to the Super Bowl, he took his team to the Super Bowl. So he was kind of that new, shiny, new toy African-American quarterback. He had tattoos. Everybody embraced him because, hey, this was the new fad. He was the guy that was going to revolutionize the game because, remember, that zone read. That's the new way to go. He had the big arm. He had the 180 yards rushing against Green Bay in the playoffs. And he got to the Super Bowl, and they were a throw away from winning that ball game. And so maybe there was some beef in that aspect, but I think what kind of rubbed Colin maybe the wrong way, and I hate to try and speculate, but Colin is fighting for what he believes is police brutality and want minorities to get a fair shake. And then he hear Cam say at the Super Bowl, I'm a black quarterback, and that might scare a lot of folks, to doing an article in GQ says there's no more racism. And so Colin is looking at him like, bro, you gonna say that? He said, think about it. Your owner told you, like, do you have any tattoos? You have an earring? No. Ask him, did he ask Jake DeLong that?
Hold for 1 second. When I put the picture back up, because I want to. You're saying Kaepernick is asking the question. When I look at the picture,
No, I'm not saying.
I see Cam with the look like.
No,
man, what you on?
No, I'm not saying he's asking anything, but I'm saying that's the look.
I get it. I look at it and I think Cam is like, dude, what you on? Let me look up under your skirt, man.
Hey, but you know what? He might be both of them side-eyed like.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't trust you either.
Right, 100%. That's what I see. And look, I've made no sense. I'm on Team Cam.
Okay.
Cam Newton is from an awesome family.
I know his dad very well.
Cam Newton knows exactly who he is.
Yes.
He ain't got to change hairstyles. No. He ain't got to do nothing. He ain't got to make no public gestures. Say, look how black I am.
Right.
Knows exactly. And again, I'm not disrespecting Colin Kaepernick. I respect the way he grew up, and I respect the family took him in. But when I look at these two, the friction to me is natural.
It looks real. These two. It looks real. But the thing is, for me, and look, Cam can feel and say whatever he chooses because I don't live in Cam's body. I don't experience with Cam. But it's hard for me to understand how from February to June or July when you did this article, that racism
you may be taking him a bit out of context in what he believes. No. There's ways to digest what he said differently than what you're saying.
Because that's the way you choose to digest it.
No. Everybody has a right to digest it however they hear it. And what Cam may be doing, again, this is why I'm Team Cam. If you look at what he's been doing in the community in Charlotte, where he's been spending his time and his money, he might believe, look, man, I make my money over here in the NFL.
Yes.
And this money I make allows me to help people in a real way. Why mess up my money, which it can be very influential in helping people? Why mess up my money just for a gesture?
Well, I don't look at it like that. I think Colin Kaepernick is saying, look, I've made money and I'm making money, but there's things that are going on in our society that I'm not comfortable with. And see, the thing is, if you just look at a person right now from where he is, that means you don't really know how far he's come. And he can evolve. I look at Colin Kaepernick and says he's evolved. He's taken $1 million out of his own pocket. He has a very top-selling jersey. He's taken all that money and given it to organizations to invest into the community to show, okay, let's try to do something about this police brutality. Let's do something about the inequities in our society, about minorities and underprivileged. So I have no problem with if that's the way Cam feels. That's the way Cam feels. But Colin Kaepernick, I'm glad he took a stand because the way I look at it, if you only do things that affect you, So it's not affecting you.
What Cam is doing is not just affecting him, it's affecting a lot of other people. That's the same thing I say about LeBron James. They're putting their money where their mouth is in a real way and
So
not
let me ask you a question. If LeBron take a knee, what you going to say?
I'm going to say fine, or I won't say fine. That's on him. I don't know if that's the play he's going to make based off all that I've seen from LeBron.
We've seen.
He's been going a different direction. Based on, all I can do is judge him on what I've seen so far. I don't have to speculate on.
We've seen the hoodie.
Yeah.
We've seen him wear the Don't Breathe T-shirt. So we know he's very cognizant of what's going on in his communities and in this society. So I would not be surprised if not only LeBron, but the NBA as a whole, a lot of their players take a stand on this issue.